fact, we got some RBY Invitational action. Just hopped in right now. Clark versus Aliss. Clark's a German, played in SPL. Didn't do too hot overall, but started playing during last year's RBY Cup and immediately got to finals. Pretty impressive. Aliss played RBY in SPL 12 and 13. Did well in 12 as a sub. Struggled as a starter at 13. Played GSC in 14. Uh, and that's about it. So we're going to start from the beginning. Clark lands the Hypnosis on the Jinx. He has a Gengar, which is pretty fitting to what he does, which the usual stuff he ran. Like when he was playing in Cup and RBY Premier League, he usually had like rotated through the same amount of like few teams, which you can definitely do when it's when people aren't really scouting too much, like in Cup. But then in SBL, when he tried to mix it up, he definitely struggled a bit more than usual, which is unfortunate. And Jinx has, or Aliss has a Jinx, which is a great Pokemon, of course. And so we're gonna wait for this to catch up. Oh boy, there's a Lapras and a Cloyster. This is great. So Clark has gotten sleep and has paralyzed the Chansey, which is good so far. And so Aliss hasn't really made any progress. She needs to get sleep. Jinx, since there's a Jinx, I'm not sure if Aliss is carrying a backup sleeper. I want to say maybe if anything Lapras, but maybe it has Blizzard Thunderbolt and like two normal moves or Confused Ray instead of Sing. So in that case, Clark is doing pretty well. He's not going to get slapped, which is obviously great. And so we have Earthquake Snorlax, so that's going to destroy the Gengar, of course, but it's not going to be able to make much progress against Cloyster, or even Chance to begin with, since it's not paralyzed. So Alice really needs to start like spreading paralysis to do anything. See, Clark keeps going back. He does not want to get slapped by the Lapras, but I don't think it has sleep, honestly, if I had to guess. But who knows? See, this Gengar also has Nightshade Psychic, so it doesn't have Thunderbolt, which is pretty interesting. So it can't pressure the Lapras as effectively. We'll see if Clark will reveal his Snorlax, like here, but I guess he's still Fear Sing, if I had to guess, maybe. Not sure. Alice really needs to just start spreading, if she doesn't have Sing on Lapras or Chansey, which I don't think she does, she needs to start spreading paralysis to make any progress, but she also doesn't want to get boomed on instantly here. I like watching Clark because he actually like uses his timer as opposed to a lot of RBYers. Alice goes to Jinx but does not get the boom, and now Jinx is in Nightshade range, or even just obviously another Psychic. This Snorlax. Clark will probably want to use the Gengar to explode on something. Like, it can't wall the Snorlax, which is very unfortunate. And I think at this point he's probably guessing that Lapras Chansey don't have Sing. So it's best, like, it can't get slapped. Well, it's not going to get slapped. It's not going to wall the Snorlax, so I might as well boom on something. We can still use the pivot around, like on Body Slam, like Force Earthquakes. Even just the threat of it being alive, forcing Earthquakes so close to get to, safer switch in. 20% not having to fear paralysis is nothing. Oh boy, the Rock Clamp. My favorite play. I will say this Lapras is kind of walled the Cloyster, which is pretty funny. Hard Toro switch in on the Clamp. That's crazy. Back to Lapras we go. Oh, this is great. Just straight clamping. Okay, there we go. A miss. But like the Snorlax is in, which can't do anything. She says in the chat. I guess her last Pokemon just like is slower than Cloyster. I don't even know what you do. Jinx Lap Rhydon? Rhydon is the last, which obviously isn't going to switch into Cloyster. That might be my best guess. I'm not really familiar, not going to lie, with the standard Lapras teams. At least the ones that Alice uses. My first instinct is maybe like Rhydon, which should be pretty fun. You've heard of Jinx Maidon, but have you heard of Jinx Lapras Rhydon? Let's see, I'm actually going to pull up the scouts that we did on Clark during SPL. There we go, we have clicked something. Let's see, Gengar Cloyster. Okay, he didn't use any of the Gengar Cloysters in SPL. So it's a lot of the Gengar teams he used were Gengar Starmie Zapdos or Gengar Executor Starmie. So this is a new one. It's just the raw paralyzed clamp. It's just fantastic. I love it. Aliss's last has got to be right on. Like, I feel like that might be the only. Or at least it gets a lot easier playing on clamp. Since Lapras and Snorlax actually will outspeed the Cloyster if she gets in this. Like, even though, like, the Snorlax still isn't going to be able to make much progress because the chance is unparalyzed. But, like, things are still, like Clark has, like, Garchloy and unparalyzed chancing. The Snorlax is still, like the Cloyster is almost unparalyzed. The Gengar's feel Earthquake. Not sure what getting the Gengar in does particularly. Like, Psychic isn't going to KO it, obviously. Sleep Clause is active, and the new Dino Earthquake. I guess you can pivot to Chansey or your own Snorlax pretty freely, or at least freely enough. Since I'm sure Aliss has to click Earthquake here. Explode? I don't even know how much Explosion does, not gonna lie. Let's get the Psychic off on the Earthquake, and down goes Gengar. I feel like that's probably might not be the best value you could have gotten out of it. But the Snorlax is quite low. Will be able to revenge kill with the Tauros. And yeah, Aliss's Tauros switch-ins are not great. Particularly at all. Maybe Rhydon comes in here. But, like, then Rhydon has to eat a body slam, maybe get paralyzed, and then, like, you're losing the 1v1. But yeah, she has a Sec Jinx, and I assume her own Tauros comes in, yeah. Clark can, like, they can trade, oh, yeah. I was gonna say, like, Clark can trade these few for slams, get him to Hyper Beam range. Now he can go into his Snorlax, like, safely enough. Well, Aliss can't really do that, obviously, since her Snorlax is dead. So I guess the Gengar boom was effective enough. What's the roll here again? Calc. I think Clark, like, he can go pretty safely to Snorlax, and or even Cloyster. Eats the beam, and now this Tauros is gonna die to Blizzard Explosion if Clark doesn't full para. So I'm not sure. I guess like, or maybe Rest. Rest would be pretty interesting as well, because that means do a lot better against the Rhydon. Like especially if Clark has Zapdos last. I guess that's how Alice wins. Clark reveals Zapdos. She has the Rhydon, and like this Cloyster is dead if it Blizzards or booms. Really gotta paralyze the Chansey, but Tauros is like almost in Earthquake range, or might be already on like a really high roll. But of course, there is the full out Snorlax, and the Snorlax answers are also not particularly great. I guess if she has Sing and reveals it now, that'd be really would turn the tables. But I don't think it's Sing. What does he do? Clark does explode. There you go. I was gonna say Lapras. Oh, it is Alakazam. All right, that's tough. I think this Lapras, well, it definitely has a normal move, Body Slam or Hyper Beam, and then it might also have the other, or it could be Confuse Ray, I suppose. But I'm not too sold on the merits of Confuse Ray Lapras, if I had to tell the truth. But Alice will get a Thunder Wave off, assuming she decides to move at literally any point, which will be helpful. Well, I guess she has a soft world here, yeah. But if she can Thunder Wave this, I wonder what's the last move. Surely Thunderbolt, which I guess doesn't really come into play. Ice Beam S-Toss. I guess it doesn't make any sense at all. But, that would be helpful here. Maybe what you want to do is keep soft and waste Alakazam PP. Get some Ice Beams off. If you, like, get a crit and can force a recovery, you can get Snorlax in to do something, maybe. But like, it's still the unparalyzed chance you just gonna come in for free. Maybe if you can explode. All right, so she does get it in, and Chansey's at a reasonably high health, at least out of Taurus beam range. So we'll see. Clark can just like also just stay in here and eat a slam, but that's probably not worth it. Like you can just and then revenge if he doesn't get fully paralyzed. But you can also probably just go Chansey. I wonder if she's 4 attacks. Probably not. Yeah, slam. And now we're gonna play the very fun. Change to spam soft boiled. I guess this lets Snorlax reflect and rest. It does rest. So Snorlax is back in the game. But like the thing is like, so Alice really has to paralyze the Chansey to get any progress to Snorlax. The only thing that can really spread paralysis, I assume, is this Chansey, which like Clark just has Alakazam to like deal with it. Like it's Pulp Beam Chansey against Alakazam. Like even here, like you can just go back to Alakazam and play the same game. I guess like eventually you might run out of Psychic PP, but that's the one thing you have to worry about. But like Clark will also have the opportunity to like get like when you Psychic, like obviously like special drops, critical hits, like get to a point where Chansey is around like 60 something and is forced to recover or soft boiled, and then you can try to get Taurus in on the full para when it's in Hyper Beam range, and then force something. Well, Alice really needs to get like Clark needs to get Taurus in on once you get Taurus in on like a full para. Oh, there we go. So yeah, man, that was a straight sing. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I was forgot about that. Not gonna lie. But now it's not looking too good. Like you go back to Chansey, okay, or Lapras actually, because this Chansey can't touch the Lapras. Oh, Lapras does have Sig, but it misses, of course. Lapras lands Sig. That was in the bingo card for SPL. I don't think it happened because Lapras never lands Sig. Like, come on. There is the right on. But I guess hmm, there's still a full health Snorlax, so that's like it's tough when that just comes in. Can't really do too much about that one. Cause this dies. I think Chansey dies, but Chansey also had speeds and KO's nice to be back. Tauros, I think maybe max roll or something with KO. I guess maybe that turn, yeah, she was banking on the recover, but Clark called her out. So that's a good psychic. Like if this Raiden was at 100 instead, you could actually survive an Ice Beam from Chansey, but now you can't, you just die. Or a Blizzard from Tauros, now you just die. Definitely looking tough, like, okay, so there's just, is it not Snorlax? What's the last, bro? Oh my goodness, there's no Snorlax. It's right on. It's right on. Oh my goodness. I guess Alice needs to win the speed tie. Win the speed tie, get it into Chansey range. Then you go Chansey next turn. And then on the Alakazam that's coming in, like go Snorlax and hope for a full para. Never mind. Or just do this. And then go Chansey, and then I guess you can save the right on. Oh no, it's subbed up. It's subbed up. So now Chansey won't be able to KO it. And even if it like gets full para, it's even worse. So this one should be done deal for Clark. No Snorlax from him. Super interesting stuff. Oh man, Lapras has got a hit Sig through paralysis. Is it gonna be able to do it? Not at all. There's no chance. It would be hilarious though. Maybe she's buffing the Sing and clicks Blizzard on the Alakazam and like you get a Mega Crit dies. That would be pretty funny. That'd actually be hilarious. I guess. Can Clark lose if this hits Sing? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, this hits Sing and it goes to bed. Rhydon will still have, like, turns to wake. Because you have to bring it sub. And hit, like, Blizzard or Ice Beam, like, through Paralysis. And then if you get a chance, you have to switch. Let's see, what are Clark's options? He can just stay in. Rock Slide should 2 KO if he has Rock Slide. And then... Oh, this is a team I think Chuva ran. Let me check. Oh, wait, this might be the same exact team Chuva ran against Aliss, which would be even funnier. Just to completely take it what Chuva did. I mean, that's a good strategy. Let me check it. Round 1. Let's see, game 1. Game 2, yes. Chuva brought Gengar, Cloyster, Alakazam, Chansey, right on Tornos. Goes Alakazam. Oh, Lapras full pairs. I guess maybe here... Gets Psych off, yeah. Lapras, here we go, baby. Full para. Oh, it is Body Slam. That's a nothing. Wow, that was embarrassing. But I'm sure you just want to, like, or recover. Yeah, just, like, sink this down. Here comes the Chansey. I guess if Chansey starts getting a lot of critical hits with Ice Beam, could do something. But, that's tough for sure. I wonder if next game, Clark loads up another Gengar Egg team. Or a Gengar Egg Starmie normals against Aliss. That would be pretty funny. Honorary German Chuva, just giving away secret text. Man, Aliss might have PTSD from this one. No, Lapras, don't die. Rip. And that change just comes in and clicks Psychic. Or I guess you can just like keep clicking Recover or Psychic a bunch of times eventually. Why are we S-tossing, man? Oh man, one full para and a crit. Alright, how many more? Oh man. Crit? No. Alright, full para? Oh man, it's done. It's done. We got a chance for sure. She's gonna reveal counter. The Taurus is gonna come in, click Body Slam, and get countered. Oh, Clark will just spam substitute. Or not. Or just crit and KO it. I mean, that works as well. How to reflect. Actually, that could have been interesting. Survives. Click reflect. Reflect ice. Is this what she brought against Troller in SBL 12? 13? SBL 13? Oh boy, now I gotta go check. SBL 13 finals. No, never mind. She did bring Jinx. No, never mind. She had Reflect Ice and she had a Jinx, but she did not have a Lapras. She had Slowbro. Close enough, I suppose. Alright, let's go. Game 2. This custom avatar, pretty fire. The Rhydon with the Germany colors and the tail. Good stuff. 2 Spreaders. Game 2. Clark on the left. Alakazam, Starmie. Right, Chansey on the Executor. So Alice gets the turn 1 momentum. And now she can sleep. Oh boy. So now they're gonna. Okay, so she gets this. I assume Clark has some standard German team this time with like Sing Chansey, last month Starmie. Yep. So this is just. This is Surf Bolt, Starmie. This is Sing, Ice Beam, Thunderwave, Soft Boil, Chansey. I'm not sure what the Snorlax set is off the top of my head, what the last move is, but it reflects something. Slam, Reflect, Rest, last move. Yep, there it goes. Let's see. Now it's interesting. Is she gonna be able to boom on the Chansey? No, she booms on the Sleeping Egg, which is obviously that's not a deal. But now Tauros can come in and revenge kill. But you can just sack this Executor, I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think Aliss has. If I had to guess, Aliss does not have Sing. But the Clark teams are respecting it and going to Snorlax. Let's see if she stays in. Yeah, she slams again. Gets the crit. Does Clark reflect? Yeah. And now, is she going to be able to get a Psychic in? Nope, she's going to... Oh, she gets the crit. So there goes Snorlax for free. That is indeed swag if you're her. Here comes Starmie. You're going to double the Chansey on the Chansey to get Sing, yeah. So now you can click Sing here. I think Aliss... Well, she has Sing. She clicks Sing as well. But yeah, she's going to sack the Starmie. Now I assume back to Chansey as Clark was going to click T-Wave. If I had to guess. So we got standard German. It's going to go for the S-Toss. Okay, I lied. It was Sing S-Toss, not Ice Beam. Going to go for the freeze. Doesn't get it. I guess, like Snorlax can't come in pressure, so, like, Ice Beam is pretty free from Aliss. I guess Clark probably has to go to Alakazam and click Psychic and, like, beat it down and basically force Aliss to click T-Wave. Or the Starmie if this has Psychic, which it might. But okay, it does have Star. Clearly my ability to guess sets is awful. But she goes for the T-Wave on this. And now they're at a... I guess, see, this is why I like Psychic Gun Starmie, like, for these situations, you actually get to do, like, any sort of damage. Like, getting the Psychic drops actually force things, which I appreciate. So she has Bolt Beam with Executor, of course. And then goes Hard Lax on the Starmie. So I guess whatever her last is, loses the Starmie. Which might be right on as well. Alice is a big fan of, like, my Egg Dawn. She used to run a lot. I know round 1, she just copied what RBY brought, which is pretty funny. Round 2, Lapras, and then Egg Dawn would go to her style while Clark brought the Chuva C team. Maybe not C team, but the team he prepped in Dallas. And now it's just some standard German. Makes sense for both of them on Team Brings. I'm surprised, like... I think, like, Clark should have just, like, gone Alakazam to begin with on the Starmie. Like, it is Executor, like, it's likely Bolt Beam. Instead of... I don't know what this is. Just... He's just pivoting around. I guess he doesn't want to eat paralysis on Alakazam, so he's doing this and giving Alice a lot of freeze chances. But I think, like, from the beginning, instead of going Starmie, when it got paralyzed, maybe we're supposed to go to Alakazam, let that eat para, because, oh boy, there we go. Because, like, Starmie gets pressured by Bolt Beam, while Alakazam doesn't really, and then you would keep Starmie unparalyzed for, like, Snorlax, or Tauros and such. But, okay, so the last is gotta be right on. Which generally wants the paralysis support, but I guess Alice wanted to go for the freeze first. Nope, not an early wake. Oh, it is Gengar. I lied. But, Gengar is also something you don't want to switch into Psychic Starmie or Psychic Alakazam, obviously. Is this what she brought in round 1? Let me check. Nothing. Okay, I think her and ABR brought Alakazam, Executor Gengar. Well, this is Starmie, Executor Gengar, which are similar things, of course. Okay, this, unparalyzed Chansey versus paralyzed Snorlax duel. Not sure how well it's going to work for the Snorlax. Man, this would be a lot more ideal if, I guess if Alice had a Rhydon, she'd be bringing it in on the Chansey S-Toss. Yeah, Rhydon would actually be pretty fire. Like, these are paralyzed, this is S-Toss, this is dead, basically. Tauros, of course. Gengar, I'm not sure what it does. I guess, like, it's more interesting that she went for... Well, I guess, like, she had no reason not to, really. Tauros on Lax. Because it reflected, and then, like, the fish, because it was gonna... It was gonna rest anyway. But, like, now, like, the Gengar... Like, what is back Gengar doing if it's not Wall and Snorlax? Clark gets in on the rest. And is now threatening quite a bit. I guess you can stay in, but... You're gonna be put in... Okay, so here comes the Gengar. On Blizzard. Is this Tauros not have Earthquake, or was... I'm not sure. I guess, like... I feel like there's... If you're betting on the Snorlax stand and you're slamming... I don't know, maybe it was like a mid-ground, but I feel like the mid-ground's like not worth it. I don't know. Big full para, but like... Still, it's 100% unparalyzed. Okay, so Clark's gonna stay in and click Thunderwave, I assume. Man, that was... I guess, like, Alakazam loved like opportunities to heal up, and Thunderwave is useful, of course. Like now it has more trouble switching to Tauros. Chansey can come in more comfortably. Doesn't have to fear like using a turn to T-Wave as Alice clicks Hyper Beam and KOs it after Slam. But yeah, like Alice can't really make progress with the Snorlax. Okay, because of the Chansey, and then like when Alice goes Chansey, like you just have the Alakazam, which just kind of sits there on it. So it's tough. Psychic Starmie, putting in the work. Great mon. I guess maybe if Alakazam never got paralyzed, Alice would have, like, Chansey could do more things, like fish for freeze, and then, like, if you bring in Starmie, you gotta worry about Thunderbolt. And, like, Chansey also has to worry about freeze. But, getting that Thunderbolt para, just, like, is not particularly helpful at all. Let's see, Clark gave her a freeze turn that turn. Okay, crits, that's, okay. So what can we pressure recover? Surely she has to go, I think Alice really has to go Tauros here, right? This is a big turn. Like, you get Tauros in, you're actually threatening something. Like, you threaten Beam. Okay, we get Tauros in, collect full paras. Alright, we're in business now, or at least Alice is. I assume he clicked T-Wave, or Psychic there, by the dot. But, alright, now we're cooking. Well, not really cooking. I guess Executor gets sacked, which doesn't really help Alice too much. I guess that's one less thing Gengar can boom on. Here comes Tauros. No crit. Blizzard. No crits. No freeze. Oh no! Oh boy. Nice. Yup. Body stems again. I assume on Clark's Beam. Doesn't crits. Alright, so now Tauros is gonna die here. And now Starmie? Yeah. But you can go like Chansey here. Just Clark doubled Alakazam now. If he doubled the Alakazam there, and he can maybe try to recover, but that just brings in Tauros again. Alright, Gengar's in. Now this can explode. Or Hypnosis, actually. Oh, wait. I was capping. By sacking Executor, that opens back up Sleep Claws. But that misses really bad, because now Clark has an easier time, like, going Exam. Or Mai. I assume Alice is going to boom this turn. And Clark's going to go Starmie, and that does nothing. But now you can bring in Tauros, I assume. I'm not sure if this is Body Slam range. It might be, like, we're just out of it. I trolled. If you go Lax, that lets Chansey come in. I guess what you can do... If If you go Starmie, if you go Chansey. Okay, so there's a few options. She can go, if she goes Tauros, I don't think this is in range of Slam, or else that'd be the easy call, I'd say. So then you have to open up a Hyper Beam Mind Game. Like if you Hyper Beam on Chansey, it can't sting you, but it can T-Wave you. Okay, we're gonna go Tauros. And we're gonna see what happens. My guess is Alice looks Hyper Beam here, and Clark goes to Chansey. Like if you went Snorlax, I assume this Ice Body Slam, I think. But then like, I guess you can go this, and then if you get a chance, you just keep clicking Slam, 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 and Soft Boiled, and then that should put it in Tauros range. Maybe you want to do that. Clark's gonna play it safe, sack the Alexam, and now Chansey comes in. I mean, Chansey should just. I also Chansey should just win at this point. Yeah, like you get Chansey. I guess you can throw out a few Ice Beams against this. But like, even if you run out, you can just Para and then Snorlax and Tauros will take care of it. Yeah, you just stand here. You just sit here, basically. Ice Beam. Nope. Let's see. She has 3 more. If she freezes, obviously, just completely over. But if she doesn't, I assume she paralyzes this, and then they just do like a very fun back and forth. Because I don't think you want to let I don't know if you can go Starmie and like try to sack it basically, because then Starmie is able to heal up, which is less than ideal. But like this Chansey should still like beat the Starmie forever. Well, I mean like Psychic actually could be an issue. I think that was the last Ice Beam. So now you gotta click T-Wave. But Alice can't really go any of these, because I think they both died S-Toss. So I think we're just gonna sit here for a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Yep. Yeah, because Alice wants to get like Lax or Tauros in, but then they both died in S-Toss or Sing or T-Wave, like, and it's like super risky. While Clark, he can't really bring in Starmie because it dies to T-Bolt. So I think what Alice might want to do, they both try to like PP stall. Alice might want to like damage the Chansey enough, force a T-Wave, force a recover, soft boiled, maybe get it to like 64, get it in Tauros range, and then try to bring in the Lax on something. And if Chansey like paralyzes, obviously you're great. If it S tosses you bringing Tauros, click every in the game. If he T waves you, then you hope you beat it, like paralyze Lax, and I don't know. You can rest at that point, and Starmie can recover. And then if you get sung, well, that's bad. So I think Clark just. I mean, you can also just like risk it. Like if you get okay, so Alice Ice Beams here. Okay, I think now you can go Lax, go Lax, go Lax, or this. Okay, so it gets to recover, which like doesn't really mean anything. You can just go right back to Chansey basically. Or you can Hyper Beam, put it in Snorlax range. Let's see, did Alice risk this one? Or did she rush it and it's going to get out? So Chansey softs here, I presume. Or you can go Starmie instead of heal that one up. Or no, you can soft here. You soft, you get out of Hyper Beam range. Tauros then I guess keeps clicking it or click Slam while you okay, so you're Starmie. So now you're threatening this. I assume Alice now is going to go back to Chansey, or she's going to. Alright, we're going to play this game. Which is, yeah, not going to end well for the Tauros. So now you go Starmie, and you heal up. Then Clark is able to heal up his. And then this is nope. Okay. Fish. Nope. But now the Starmie. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like, okay, Alice might want to like try to double switch something. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna slam again. Needs a crit. Okay, now they're in the spot. Alice wants to like pressure Thunderbolt, yeah, and then keep pressuring basically, and then but also like on the turn that Clarko's chance to get like lax in, but that's tough. Okay, I mean you can just go back to start me. I think Clark like goes with start me here, and then we just kind of repeat the same game, and then Alice is gonna have to be aggressive at some point. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Slams again. Gets the beam off, doesn't KO. I mean, doesn't get a crit. And now Starmie can finish his Tauros off, I assume, with a Psychic right here. Going for the Starmie full para or Hyper Beam crit. Got neither. Starmie full paras again. Alright, here we go again. He's gonna get to recover. Goes for the slam. Gets a crit. Okay, now I think 64, like that's Hyper Beamish range. And if Clark, oh okay, Alice gets it because if Clark just like KO's a Tauros and Snorlax comes in, KO's a Starmie, or like he comes in on Chitsy, yeah. So yep, this is over. Alice gets it done. Let's see. I think this was a pretty important turn. Didn't let really Alice Freeze Fisher make a lot of progress. And then where'd the game turn around? I'd say probably when Clark dotted. Yeah, when Alice got Tauros in on the Zam. And then was able to kill it, KO Executor. Got lucky in the Bull War. And then Gengar was able to Hypnosis, but then missed and then exploded on the wrong targets. The loser is not said GG either one of these games, so let's go. I love RBY, baby. Let's see. I wonder if Clark will bring either a repeat of his Game 1 team or what else Chuba brought into Alice from round 1. Or just like some standard German technology or what he's used a lot in the past. We'll see. And then Alice, I don't know. I think Lapras might have just been something she liked, and then back Gengar as well. So not sure what she's gonna bring. Oh boy, we got the Garmir. This is great stuff. So Clark's, I mentioned before, could either be okay. So it's the Alakazam. So this is probably what the same team. So dropping Snorlax for right on, and then an Executor in there. If I had to guess. Trying to bait the boom, doesn't get it. Can start. Alice can start freeze fishing here, yeah. Oh boy, there we go. That is obviously extremely fortunate for Alice. She's gone sleep, she's gone freeze. She can two-wave this Alakazam. She has taken literally no damage. She's up 6-4 and has taken no damage. Clark needs to wake up, basically. Yeah, and then you can just like second. Okay, so I guess we're at a 5v5 now. But Alice has the opportunity to sleep something. So Clark really needs to like explode on this Chansey, basically, while Alice needs to sleep something. Preferably, like, she's able to get a 2-wave off on the Gengar and KO and then sleep the Zam. But if I had to guess, you probably just go straight for singing the Starmie. Freeze? Oh boy. The double turn 1 freeze. Let's see. Callister kind of goes in now because this Chansey is almost certainly Sting Ice Beam 2-wave soft boil. Can't damage it. The last If it's like Zapdos or Rhydon, that is obviously not very good. And even if it's Alakazam, which is I'd say most likely, Alakazam's on an ice resist, of course, and it's threatening. I assume Alice goes back to Chansey, and it's gonna try to get Sing off. Clark might just start clamping. Or maybe he goes Gengar. Like, I think you want to deny the Chansey Sing, so maybe you go Gengar and click Hypnosis, or Alakazam. Okay, she's gonna. I'm sure Alice went for Sing there. She gonna. Okay. Yes. Now, I'm sure Clark wants his Gengar sung. But preferably he just boomed on his Chansey. So let's see. They both stay in. Alice gets the Sing off and misses. Here we go again. This Clark booms. It's Alice go to Gengar. Stays in. I think surely you click soft. Sing gets it off. Okay. So now we got a 4v4. Alakazam, Cloyster, Rhydon, Tauros. Yep. Versus Chansey, Snorlax, Tauros. A mixture of Alakazam, Zapdos, Rhydon. Stays in for the Ice Beam. And crits in, just KOs it immediately. Oh my goodness. I want to say... Well, I guess like no matter what her last is, Rhydon's a pretty big threat. Zapdos, obviously. Rhydon, like, mirrors are not that fun, and there's a Cloyster. Even Alakazam, like, gets 2 KO'd. But maybe I think Alakazam. I guess like it probably gets paired in the Zam, if I had to guess. So like you can't just keep it unparalyzed to beat the Rhydon, and then you still have to fear Body Slam and such. But obviously a huge crit. But the way like I can totally see if like she wasn't -1 and wanted to click Ice Beam, but she was. So I don't know. Maybe she just is really, really. Yeah, it is Zapdos. Okay, that makes sense. She needed the damage off, but now uh, the Zapdos is threatening, to say the least. Clark really needs to, I guess, boom this. I think Alice is like. Does Alice get pressured at all? I guess if she like, she goes Chansey here. Like, there's no way Clark goes Heart Tauros. That'd be ridiculous. If anything, he goes to Gengar or Chansey. He either gets one of those or he booms. It's gonna give Zapdos a free agility. I guess you didn't want to agility there in case Clark like tried to get Xamin for free. But no, she's not gonna agility. I guess she doesn't particularly. I don't know. Agility would definitely be helpful for Tauros and Sam, but I guess she just didn't want like Sam coming in for free, or maybe doesn't have it. Legendary Hyper Beam. Actually, that or no, I was gonna say Heart Snorlax. Oh, and Zam when you have a Chansey. I guess she didn't want Tauros coming in there. Is this okay? Because if this is not Earthquake, obviously Gengar gets times to reach, but also like bringing the Gengar, like Alice can just kind of go like Hard Zapdos. Yeah, doesn't wake, and then obviously like free Thunderbolt or Drill Peck. The ways Alice loses, okay, she is keeping the pressure on evidently. Maybe she's like purposely just clicking Body Slam to Gengar because she wants Clark to think Gengar forever walls. So Gengar always comes in, and then Zapdos comes in. Okay, let's get the wake on the T Wave, which is pretty funny. It does make things a bit more complicated because before, like, Zapdos had free entry on the Sleeping Gengar. Now, like, your best Zapdos entrances are, like, if you force Closer to rest, which I guess it can't rest, so I mean, it's not going to click rest, and, like, your Lash is just hardwalled by Gengar, so there's no point in Closer coming in. I guess, like, on Defog, like, on these clamps, Zapdos can come in. I guess, like, then Alice will, like, she can bring in, like, Alakazam. That turn where Thunder Wave on the Gengar, waking me up, obviously huge. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to get Sing off. Oh, man! She does. Alice correctly calls the double, but misses Sing, and then gets clamped. Yeah, I guess, like, Gengar is going to wake up eventually with all this clamping. Tauros had a chance to get in Hyper Beam range. So Clark now forces something. Blizzard! As Alice stays in and clicks Thunder Wave. What was he blizzarding? The Zapdos? I guess Clark was expecting to go Zapdos on the Hyper Beam, eat it, agility up, or click Paralyze. Or maybe he's Thunderbolt and he just can't hit Gengar. But I feel like you definitely, like, you really either need Tauros or Snorlax to have Earthquake, and you obviously don't have a Earthquake Snorlax, so I feel like Tauros has got to be Earthquake. But I don't. Yeah, the Blizzard did not get that turn correct. But I think Al's being very cautious with her Zapdos health. I wonder if she goes through it now. Nope, she's going Snorlax. She's not gonna let this take anything. But, like, I guess stays in, gets a special drop. Hyper Beam done for. Nice stay. Let's see. Zapdos is gonna have to. Okay, I assume you just sack this. I feel like you definitely want to keep this. Oh, nice dodge. Oh, nice dodge again. That's huge. You definitely want to keep the Gengar to absorb booms. Even if it was sleeping, it still provided some value. But now it obviously provides a lot more value because it has Thunderbolt. Probably not Psychic, so Nightshade Thunderbolt. I don't think Cloyster is not in Zapdos range. I wonder. Yeah, so this is just not Earthquake, which is less than ideal, obviously. Oh my goodness, it's the Mega Drainer. Healed. Big. I mean, I guess that makes sense on. I mean, no, I was going to say, Clark can't even force a tie because of the Lax Alive, so I guess he needs to basically freeze the Zapdos or crit it right here, so we'll see what happens. Or just that. So Alice takes this at 2-1. Interesting stuff. I like how Clark just took what Chuva. Clark took what Chuva used 2 games and then some standard German comfort in the middle. But yeah, that obviously the turn. Fuck. This one very turn the tides a lot. Removing right on your Zapdos is incredible. Where Zapdos clicked T-Wave, this changed things a bit. But the Gengar waking up at the end. I guess she also had her Tauros. Kind of forgot about that one. But Alice takes set 2-1. Clark is knocked down in his first Invitational 0-2. But we'll see you next time.